Sorry, does anyone know what the meaning of life is? No one? Oh, you? What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Eckl, and today's topic is the meaning of life. Let's go. Finally, after years of research, I finally found out what the meaning of life really is. And I will present it to you today, and after only 5 minutes, you will have it all figured out, and then you know how you should live your life. Let's start. So, no fun. This is not going to be a perfect plan, or this is not going to be a 10-step program how to live the best life possible. I'm not in that position. I'm only 18 years old. I lack a lot of life experience and so on. But I'm thinking a lot about life for myself, and I just wanted to tell you a little story or a kind of metaphor I came up with some weeks ago. And I found it quite interesting, and I think it's a very cool way to look at life. So let's get into it. Imagine yourself as a sailor, and you are commanding a ship. So we're getting back to my insane drawing skills. This is your ship. And here are you. Oh my god. And you're commanding the ship. Okay? And around you is only water. Like, it's just a big ocean, okay? And you can do anything you want. You can go forward, backwards, left, right. You can go faster, whatever. No one cares. But you're not completely alone. Of course, you can navigate this ship on your own. So you got other people that are helping you. For example, someone is sitting up here and checking out what's coming ahead. And someone else, I don't know, is cleaning the boat. And now I want to also look at this scenario from above. So here is your ship, and you're just on that big ocean, okay? And there's not only water, so in most cases here is water. But sometimes there are some islands. Here is a bigger one. And there's only one problem. You can sail near the islands, you can surround them, you can look at them, but you can't enter them. So this is not possible. And what the fuck does this have to do with life? You are in 100% charge of your life, because you're the sailor and your life is your boat. But that does also mean that you are not your life. That means just because you don't feel good, or because the last couple of years, months, weeks, days, minutes, hours, whatever went bad, doesn't mean you're a bad person. That doesn't mean that you suck or whatever. It just means that your shit sucks. And this is so important that you don't see this as the exact same thing, because you can always control what happens in your life. And the amazing thing is, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can go right, left, up, down. You can see this island, that island, this island over here. Who cares? You can just stand still. Nobody gives a fuck, okay? And that is the beauty of life. And this is something we really have to realize. But you're never alone. So if I say you're 100% in charge of your life, that's actually not true. But you should always believe that, because it makes you just feel responsible for anything that happens. And this will always make you try to give your best no matter what happens to you. But of course, there are many, many people in your social circle or whatever that have a major impact on what's constantly, not one time, constantly happening in your life. If this guy over here is blind, guess what? You will never really reach the island you actually aim for, if not by luck. So this is also really important. If you want to have a good life, if you want to have a good sailing experience, if you want to get to where you want to be, you really have to check out your social circle, because these people are influencing you, you're getting your advice from, and so on and so on. And if you get advice from these people, maybe you should keep your family, keep your friends and so on, but maybe you should add some mentors, teachers, somebody who you can learn from, somebody who wants you to grow, who will improve you, and so on and so on. So try to get a good crew. But now the absolutely key point of this video. You can enter the islands. What does that mean? No matter what this island symbolizes for you, whether that is a fast car, approval, a hot girl, good grades, attention, status, money, whatever. Anything that's not within yourself is, in most cases, nothing you should depend your happiness on. Why? You can't keep those things in your life by force. I'm not saying that if you're buying a good car that this will break after a couple of months. And I'm not saying that you will break up with every hot girl or whatever. But those things are just not in your control. The only thing you can control is your ship. And you can rebuild your ship, you can improve it, you can add an engines, or you can just go faster, and so on and so on and so on. And this is what I think should we aim for. So the key point is not to try to get as fast as possible to the best island. The key is to really look at your life objectively. This is really important, because many people struggle with looking at themselves objectively. But if you imagine you're a captain and you're looking at your ship, you can really see this on the outside. So you can clearly see where problems are. For example, also who's not doing his job right, and so on and so on. And don't get me wrong on this one. If you just enjoy being on the boat with someone, but he's not actually bringing any value to your sailing experience, your sailing progress especially, doesn't matter. You can keep them. It's no problem. Just make sure you get a good crew who's just taking care of everything. Because the key point here is, many people are striving for external things and so on, but like in this metaphor, you can't enter those places. You can't make them your life. You can maybe get them into your life or whatever. This is maybe the little twist here where this metaphor sucks a little bit. But I think it just still shows amazingly that the only thing you will ever do in your life is living. You can do anything else you can change. You can change the people, you can change how it looks, how you look, how whatever. You can change where you go at every moment, every moment. The only thing you can't do is stop sailing. You will ever live until you die. And this is the reason why, for me, it's so important to only focus on your life and just to do everything that's in your control. Don't be mad because the best island is so far away from you. Just try to make yourself a better boat, to improve your crew, improve your own navigating skills so you get there faster. And don't be mad if your circumstances suck. For example, there's rough sea and the wind is blowing very strong. Don't care about that. Just make sure your boat is good enough to survive anything. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Have a nice day. Enjoy your sailing experience, and we will see you again.